Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing today? Well, I've been kind of contemplating on if I was going to do a video today or not. But then I took a nap this afternoon. Tell you a little story. I laid down today probably about 12:30, 1 o'clock. So I had to take a little nap. Woke up at like 3:30. I didn't set an alarm. I just woke up naturally. Woke up at 3:30. So 2.5 hours later. 2.5, 3 hours later. And I wake up and I'd noticed that my daughter had seen the message that I'd sent her. And it had been 2 hours previous. And I was thinking, why is she still up at 1:30 in the morning? Because when I first woke up, I was thinking it was 3:30 a.m. instead of 3:30 p.m. So, then I was kind of confused, and then I realized, wait, it's Monday afternoon, not Monday night, or Tuesday morning. So, it was kind of funny. So then, I guess she contacted me probably about 4:30, 4:20, 4:30. Said she was at the store and that she was getting ingredients for taco soup that they were having tonight. My son-in-law always makes a really good taco soup. So, of course, she invited me, asked me if I wanted to come over for dinner. And, of course, I said yes. So I got to go see my grandkids and visit with them, and we participated in Mother Earth. And when I first got there, the girls was watching this movie called Trolls. So I sat and finished, watching the movie with them. Played with my grandboy, played with them. They were, whatever. And then the movie got over, and we told them they had to go and play in their bedroom. And then me, Mom, and Dad stepped outside so we could participate in Mother Earth. And we just left Benny in his swing. He was cool. He was fed. He was content. He was happy. So we went outside, and then when we came back in, he was asleep. The girls came out, they got set up for dinner and all that, and my youngest granddaughter starts saying how she's Queen Barb. And Queen Barb's the Queen of Rock. And then you have Queen Poppy, which is the Queen of Pop. And so Cadence was saying, I'm Queen Barb, and Everly's like, why are you Queen Barb? And I was like, well, Everly, don't you like being Queen Poppy? That's what your mom told me. She didn't say anything. And then Cadence kept going on and on about it, and Everly kept making words and stuff. So I go into the kitchen where Kelsey's at. And I start telling Kelsey what Everly was saying. And then all of a sudden, from the living room, and I'm standing where I could see them, Everly's like, Grammy, you don't have to say everything. And Kelsey goes over to her and says, What are you talking about? She's like, she doesn't have to tell you everything. You don't have to talk to other people all the time. Something like that. Something to that extent. It made me stop and think, though. Oh, she's like, oh, you don't have to tell other people's business. And I'm not for sure exactly what my daughter's teaching her, or as far as like, keep. I know they're told to keep their hands to themselves, etc., etc. And so I understood exactly what Everly was getting at, and it really kind of it touched my heart because it made me cry because I knew she was right and I was wrong. Um, I immediately knew that she was right and I was wrong. And I started crying, but I didn't want her to see me crying, and I didn't want Kelsey seeing me cry. So then I got my food, kind of distracted myself so I wouldn't cry anymore, and fixed my bowl of food and everything, and then I went to sit in the living room, and I went and set my food down, and then I went and I stood in front of Everly, and I, kind of got down, and I was like, hey, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for going and telling your business to Mama. Do you forgive me? She's like, yeah. I was like, I love you. I love you too, Granny. I told her thanks for teaching me. She's like, I taught you? I was like, yeah. I was the student today. You were the teacher. She got a big old smile on her face and then reached out so I could hug her. And then as I sat there and ate my food, the tears just started flowing naturally. And I didn't want them to know how much that meant to me, how much that showed me that she was calling me out basically on my behavior. And I'm glad she was calling me out because it allowed me to see that our children see and are aware more than we realize they are. They're like little sponges and they're just soaking it all up. So, yeah, that was what happened to me this evening. And, that's about it. Other than that, we just ate our dinner after that and went on. And, I left a little short while later. They had to get ready and get in the bathtub, and which they got in the bathtub before I left. And then Finian, he was getting ready to get in the bathtub after his sister's was done. And they were going to go to bed because they had school in the morning. But you never know what little lessons life's going to teach you or where the lessons are going to come from. Sometimes they come from children. People that you wouldn't have even thought would teach you something, or when you least expected it. So I'm grateful that she stood up and said something, because it shows me that she's going to speak her mind, and she's the firstborn. She's going to speak her mind, and she's going to say something when she don't, when she sees something she doesn't like or agree with. She's at least going to let it be made known. It doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be right all the time, but at least that means she'll be observant and, But now Grammy's a little bit more aware of that I don't need to be going and gossiping to her mother, because that's how she's seen it, and that's how it was, and that's not good. Anyways, have a most blessed night, evening, day, wherever you are. It's evening here where I'm at. Just drinking a little bit of coffee. I don't have to be at work till 2 tomorrow afternoon, and then I'm off for 2 days after I get off tomorrow night, so probably in about 24 hours from now, I'll be free. Yep. I'll be home in about 24 hours from now, and I'll have freedom again. So all I gotta do is get through the next 24 hours, and then I'll be free to do what I want, when I want, for 2 days. Anyways, I just wanted to share that little story and let it be made known to sometimes little people can teach us the lessons we need the most, you know. Much love, everybody. Let me take one more rip. Y'all have a blessed one. And until the next time, I'm out.